Oh my god! Do not ever leave me again!
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ, man.
Lane, I think he's talking about the Diet Pepsi.
Oh
shit. No,
actually, on that note,
no, I still got plenty of that. See, look.
On that note, see you in a bit.
What?
Where's Raven going?
Oh, I guess the brio's going through him.
Uh-oh.
Ha!
I think it must be...
Time to go piss the pickle!
Recipe. Ugh. Izzy, I tried to warn you.
Well, guys, I guess it's time to shake the roll call!
I told you I couldn't carry this show by myself.
We're live!
Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Watching all the anime. Redcaster, Joe Raven.
Equipment wielder, Bluecaster, Cheetah Zazil.
Loyal and loud, Greencaster, Lane.
Explorer from the unknown. Yellowcaster. Auto Guard.
One little spark of courage. Dreamcaster, Global South Perka.
Shining through the night, Spellcaster, Blade.
Broadcasting loud and opinionated perspectives across the internet.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
Welcome to episode 100 and yes!
Yes!
Have I proven my worthiness yet?
Sorry?
Have I proven my worthiness yet?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you for being on the show, Blaze.
We have Blazecaster on, everybody!
He's Blazecaster?
Holy shit, I never thought about... I forgot to ask about that. I guess, do you want to be Blazecaster?
Was the one I came up with the pun, Spellcaster.
Okay, sure.
I like spellcaster.
We'll have to do a roll call for you.
I don't get it.
Alright.
Which you already heard, audience. Woo! I am not terrible at planning
Hey,
experiences.
Hey, Ichi, at least you don't make a new cutaway and then put it in an older episode. And then when you actually do make it, in the episode that you just recorded, be like, alright, here's the new ringtone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember that
we are.
line?
Yeah, you already heard my roll call. You want to hear it again? Cue only my roll call. Shining through the night, Spellcaster, Blade.
Well, that happened.
Alright. So, Castranger episode 169, or as we like to say, 100 and yes, please.
Oh, yeah. So...
Now featuring boneless bananas.
As opposed to bananas with bones?
Yes.
Yes.
In their premium.
Finish story.
I facepalmed so hard it actually hurt.
You face palm treed?
No, Raven did that.
Yeah.
And fucking...
Back in 2008 when we went to California.
It's literally a picture of just Raven head face palming a tree.
You
a
went
palm
to
tree.
California?
We went for Anime Expo.
I
and we
did.
got lost in Compton trying to leave.
Wow.
That
was
fun. Anyways, that's a story for another time.
So this week we're here to talk about episode 5 of Build, episode 32 Kyuranger, and our featured topic, because since last episode, that we did, we talked about the first Hentai Kamen movie.
I don't remember that episode.
No, I know.
You weren't on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was literally the episode before I started
Yeah.
to be on Castranger.
And so this, on this episode 1, we're going to talk about the sequel Hentai Kamen movie.
I'm floored that they just made another one.
I never saw the first one, and I watched this, and it was a thing.
Yeah, I found out randomly last year, and I was like, guys, second Hentai Kamen movie, we gotta watch it.
Well, yeah, it came out last year.
No, it'd be
I watched both today.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in a bit. First, before we talk about Build, well, let's play the bumper anyway. What are you guffawing about now?
Blade Runner.
Yeah! Anthony, put that up right now!
It's a Blade Runner poster with Kamen Rider Blade.
And Wesley Snipes Blade.
Wait, so it's just the
That's
two
good.
blades.
I want that movie.
What?
I think I walked into the wrong party.
Raven's playing Digimon.
Oh God.
I think I walked into the
Hawkmon?
wrong...
Like, I kind of freak
Oh,
out
it's
at you.
it's the Masters of Darkness.
Yeah. Oh, I think I walked into the wrong party.
Okay, so
Oh, just cats.
before we talk about episode 5, I believe Mr. Pinkcaster wanted to do a little counterpoint about my rants and such last week.
Yeah, so I listened to last week's Castranger this morning, and
I
I know you didn't.
I didn't.
It's funny because you usually listen to the shows you're not in.
Yeah, but Savage Caster was on, so...
Oh, that's mean. Well, first off, my thoughts of
Let's just-
see
let's-
shit.
let's-
Is that what it's called?
That's
See
what we
shit?
called the
Okay.
movie, yeah.
It was a thing. I honestly didn't care much for it. It just didn't go anywhere. It didn't surprise me in any way. I think honestly it was the worst Tyson movie I've seen of all of them. Like my favorite's still
like
GP. GP was great.
GP's doesn't technically count.
Yes, it does.
The Tyson movie was a race.
The Kamen Rider Tyson.
It was a
movie.
race.
Not
The
superhero
Tyson movies.
Anyways, so I listened to Ichi's like fucking literally like 30 fucking minutes of just him talking about shit because he rewatched all episodes of Build.
Which is great, because if it turns out that Soichi actually isn't a Faust agent like I thought,
Okay, so first off,
I literally wanted to start this episode with me holding a bunch of papers labeled theories, and then cue the shot where Soichi says he's not from Faust, and I would proceed to throw all of my papers about the room and just bury my face in my hands.
and you just see me in the background
Yeah.
just going like,
There's a hand in him shaking.
okay, well first off, to counter all of your points, like right listed here, it's a kid show, calm the fuck down.
No!
Yes. Okay, the one thing that stood out the most in my mind, and this is totally a me thing I would do, and like only I would overthink this so much.
I'm afraid.
The one was the whole bed sharing. So, okay. Misora works is in that machine making full bottles during the nighttime, which then Sento can use that time to sleep. And then when she wakes up, finishing the machine, it's morning. She's tired. She goes to sleep. Sento goes off and does his thing for the day. So they share the bed because one sleeps during the day, one sleeps during the night.
That's actually a super interesting
And
thought.
Soichi probably has his own private bed somewhere else.
He probably
in the
lives
place.
upstairs.
Yeah,
That is
like
actually a
yeah,
really
think of it as
good
Cafe
idea.
LeBlanc in
Because
Persona
he probably
5.
lives in a house.
Yeah.
Dar, you're raising your hand on an audio show.
Did you guys notice how big the doorway was to the basement? It's not that big, so chances are that's why it's only a singles bed. Can really fit
I mean,
queen or
beds
king
can be
size.
flipped on their sides
Well,
to be moved.
why was I almost fucking said Kazooie?
I mean,
fucking hate you.
with how small that entrance is, he's right, it'd be difficult getting anything larger than that down through that door. No matter
Anyways.
how you do it.
Why was Ryuga's fly down in his pants? Cause fuck it happens. People forget shit to like literally
Too
when I
busy
went.
running from the
Okay.
law.
It happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'll go to the bathroom and then I forget to zip up my pants, and
I
then I
didn't
realize
even-
hours
He
later.
needed to piss.
I didn't even actually
then the
care
cop-
about that.
He probably
Yeah.
pissed in the sewer when he was escaping. Who the fuck knows?
Just imagine him running through the
Wait,
sewer,
I
pissing and shitting
I
everywhere.
sort of spaced out just a little there, and I ran into maybe he peed in the sewer. I don't know.
Just the Cards Against Humanity card. Pissing and
and
shitting
then-
everywhere.
Fuck it, I need to pee.
In regards to him piercing the sky wall when he was falling down, it's a thick ass fucking wall, and it's probably like it was just a little thing. Who gives a shit? Like probably the sky wall can regenerate or something. The hole in the
Magic.
boat that the boat went through, probably too small to notice. So
Ahem.
the government can't keep a track on everything.
Too small to
It,
notice.
like,
It's big
not
enough for
really a
both.
too small to notice moment. I think it's literally just a matter of the wall is exactly as high as it usually is. It's just because it goes underwater. The water sinks down far enough, so the wall's only so high.
No, I know that. I figured that part out.
Or
My
those
question
poor
with
fish.
that is, if this is how you get from one region to another, why isn't that hole more heavily guarded?
In return
because
to
it's still
To be
Japan.
private property.
The government are building fucking mechs. You'd think
Yes.
they'd post a few there.
Not one of the nations is building mechs.
Well, they did say that the other nations are strengthening their defenses. And the fact that they've, on the TV Asahi website, they have the Guardians labeled as Toto version, means the other ones probably will as well.
I'm just waiting to see.
I mean, that could just be used to
Jaegers.
to separate them from the Faust version.
See, I was ready for that answer, and that is a possibility, but I'm hoping to see Hokuto and Sato Guardians.
I can't wait. Hopefully one of them is like the Foot Clan from the first Ninja Turtles movie. Where it's like, what is your guys' actual goal? We steal things.
Yeah,
And?
just a bunch of kids.
Okay, in regards to the panel, the Pandora panel, whatever, like, you were talking about, like, plot best matches. No, that's fucking stupid. It's just whatever. It's so he can try 6 at once or something like that. So, or like 10 at once.
5 of them.
Okay, yeah. So
But
whatever.
the point is, why does one panel only have slots for 5 best matches when we know there are
because
more?
it's that.
Because
Because they made shit ton of bottles. Because you know what, Night Rogue was probably experimenting with a ton of Smash. I wouldn't be surprised if Night Rogue invented the fucking things. Because
Well,
as
the
we
first
found out in
thing
episode
Evan
5,
said,
Misora and
they
Soichi, they stole a bunch of full bottles when they escaped. So I'm calling it right now, Night Rogue is responsible for the full bottles being a thing. And
does.
Sento took, and Soichi took that technology that he made and just improved on it and made a proper system out of it.
Night Rogue does seem to know about bottles. So
Yeah.
that I won't dismiss that entirely. Blaze, what were you saying?
I forget. Never mind.
But yeah, like there's too much. I don't remember exactly everything, but
I'm still holding on to my theory that the Pandora panels are players' boards for this weird game that Bloodstark is making them do.
no.
He
Like
called
I
himself a
I-
game
I
master.
I wouldn't doubt
I'm
it.
very, very certain at this point. We're only going. There's like how many different combo slots were there on the one panel? 6.
There's slots for 5 full best matches on each panel.
Okay, so we're probably only going to see 10 best matches before shit happens.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm pretty
get
sure we
more.
know
You
of
put
10.
you
so-
put the 10 on both panels. Try and put them back on. Then I guarantee you the box does something.
Yeah.
Do you
no,
think
that-
that's where the
And the
sparkling
rest
one
of
is?
the freaking bottles happen after that because the box got unlocked further.
Do you
Probably.
think that that's where the sparkling one is? Because I don't think so. I think that he's gonna make it.
It does look machinic.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
if Sento probably
See,
builds it from scratch.
You're also complaining about like, oh, there's not enough security and stuff for the Pandora box or whatever like that. It's because no one wants to fucking touch that thing because somebody
Yeah,
already
remember what happened
already
last
touched
time?
it and shit fucking happened.
Alternatively, last time someone touched it, shit fucking happened.
Yes!
We need heavier security. Because what if somebody goes to do some shit again?
Maybe someone will think if I touch
He
it
is
again, it'll
inside of
undo
a
it.
giant impenetrable case.
Also, like we saw where when Sento was looking, like he was looking at it through like a little view window, so it's pretty secured in there.
Still-
No one's getting in it.
Stick a bomb in that slot.
And they're not going to let any fucking normal person walk into the building. They're going to be like, they're going
They
to
let
stop them and check
Sento
them
in
for-
and he didn't even work for them yet.
No, but because Sento took a test, they let him go see it because they're like, oh, he's super smart. He passed our test with a perfect score. So whatever.
Sure, let's let him near the treasure without
No,
even
but
doing a
anyone else,
background
they
check
probably
on
have
him.
proper security and precautions and everything.
And
so...
they legit went, oh, you have amnesia? Oh, okay, we'll let
That's
you
not
touch the
suspicious.
thing."
Although that kind of gets thrown out when you consider the fact that Gentoku absolutely knows that he's
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said last week he's probably just fucking with Sento. Obviously, he has to
And-
to keep a front on and a disguise going on, like an act, and so he has to keep with that character.
And the best part is, if all that evidence I mounted last week didn't convince you, this week he henshined in front of Bloodstark. So if he didn't know before, he definitely knows now.
Yeah. Also, okay, in terms of Bloodstark calling himself a game master, it means like hunting.
Yeah.
Like he's a hunter.
I don't know. You know how this series tends to
No,
throw around
I
terms
know,
like
but I
game
think
master.
he's referring to being a hunter. So he thinks of Build as like game for him to hunt. That's why when he was like when he was
I never
attacking
thought
him,
of that.
he was giving him like a
sporting
number.
chance?
Like, oh, your kick was about hazard 3.2.
I think that I'm pretty sure that relates to the actual hazard gas that they create Smash with, because it's safe to say that's like the underlying element behind the pulp bottle technology.
But also, I think he's keeping tracks on like stats on him of how much he's improving.
No,
That's-
absolutely, and that furthers my thought that this is a game that is being played that he's managing.
Yeah, but it's more of like a hunt.
Sento is a candidate for the quote-unquote strongest life form that Faust is trying to acquire by any means
possibly
necessary
break the wall
to
with.
smash
yet.
The wall.
I heard that last week. You said it too, and
They will
that's pretty sound.
smash the
It
wall.
would be
Yeah.
That
cool
was
if
the joke I
Sento
made last
would-
week.
Sento would just like be a little more subtle about his transformations.
Right? For somebody who's kind of wanted by the government.
Yeah.
He's really not careful about
Well,
how
I
he
mean,
transforms.
he has
right?
no idea that Faust is actually connected to the government. He still thinks that they snuck in through all of their security.
Right.
So,
I just remembered
anyways,
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I just remember something. I just remember the henshin thing that I forget what it was, but that came out with episode 1. It said like, oh, the more you shake a full bottle, the stronger the form is. Does that mean that if his final form it can't be shaken? Does that mean that Rabbit Tank could technically be stronger than his final form?
I don't know. I think it'll be really interesting when we get Rabbit Tank sparkling, because if he's got to shake
If
up the
you
Coke
shake
can.
a cola, yeah.
No,
then
this
it's
Ooh,
like-
I'm excited
his
now.
final form won't be shaken; it'll be stirred.
Broth
Episode
form.
title.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
So episode 5.
Is
First
that all your counterpoints to me?
For now, yeah. Honestly, I'll go through the list again and like read more and see if I find any other cards. But yeah, the biggest one that stuck out with me was just the bed thing. I'm like, no, there's a reasonable explanation why.
So, we were talking on Facebook the other day about like the kind of sounds that the driver should give for like a not best match.
Oh yeah, the
It's
mismatch.
like, Hedgehog, Tank, mismatch!
Yeah,
Are
that
you
would be-
serious?
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Okay!
Okay, let's roll with it.
Like,
Why
Why not?
okay, trial form makes sense, of course, because you know it's like
It's a
trial.
trial.
But no, the belt should have said mismatch. That would have been great.
That would have been funny.
Mismatch.
Still gonna work anyway.
Which makes it extra great during those multiple times where he's in a best match and then a strong enemy appears and he switches to not a best match. Or a weaker best match.
It's so we can show kids, hey, look, you can do that with your belt driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Utility's sake when he needs it.
Look,
That's
sure.
what it
see
is.
that thing he's doing? Yeah, you can do that too.
Buy our toys.
Buy all our playsets.
So I'm just gonna go into this for myself quickly. Just but this week we got the debut of Build Nin Nin comic, and it's so pretty.
It was
Like
really
I love
nice.
just the bright yellow, the vibrant purple, and just like the design of it. He's got like a cool little shinobi scarf
And the netting.
and the netting on it, and then just like it just looks so fucking good.
I love his power set too. How he draws his clothes.
And I like it. I like the call sign is Shinobi no Entertainer, and then it does like a ninja kind of yee. And then I love his sword. I love the fucking sword.
The 4-Koma Ninpoto.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it the comic sword because it's easier to say. But I'm definitely picking
wait.
up that sword, and I'm definitely picking up Ninja and comic because I love it.
Armor Hide in our chat is like Build Naruto form.
No, it's Boruto's dad.
Thank you.
I love that joke
Build
so much.
Boruto's dad form.
I just remembered we're forgetting something very important.
Hmm?
See ya.
Oh, okay.
What?
From the new from episode 5, Vale's old roommate.
Oh yeah, the bandmate.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. No, we're gonna talk about him. We
Yeah.
just- Lane
Oh,
just wanted to jump in.
we went straight to Nin Nin comic. I was like, whoa! I was not prepared for this.
This isn't Ultra Ranger where we go through beginning to end of episode.
Well, I mean, I'd like to, but
Yeah, that's my spiel. I
clearly
like to
this
talk-
gentleman has other ideas.
Yeah. But yeah, and I love its techniques. I like that it has like Bushin clones, and it's just
And
awesome for him.
and
It's
the
definitely
more-
one of my favorites.
And the more attentive viewers will notice that the actual edge of the sword is a pen tip.
Oh,
I actually really love that
sword.
sword.
I liked when Sento invented the comic sword, and he's just like, can't wait to fucking try. He's just fucking slashing it everywhere. He almost hits me, Sora.
He
and
almost
she's like,
cut
holy
Sleepy
shit.
Waifu.
My question. Sorry.
Walks up to Banjo who's sleeping. He's like, God,
I wanna try it.
Yeah, like Osaka
Try that
with
and I'll
the knife.
fucking headbutt you, bro.
I need to draw on your face.
Fucking do it, and I swear to God.
I just love how he almost, love and hate at the same time, but I love how he almost swipes it at Misora, which is great because last week she said she was going to cut him for waking her up.
Oh Jesus.
Isamu?
Well, okay, let's first cut to the beginning. So, Yeah, so Soichi's like trying to explain like his thing, but he's like first off explaining a pun for his coffee.
Yeah,
and,
so
like,
so the last episode ends with them down in the build pit,
Yeah, that
like
was
him
weird.
him
The
accusing
build
him,
pit.
and then I guess at some point between the episodes they just decided, fuck it, let's go upstairs and have coffee.
yeah, and someone put the fucking Amazon ending, like Armor Zone, to the ending of episode 4, and I fucking died. It was so fucking perfect.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Jesus Christ! Because I didn't talk about that, but I fucking loved that.
I think it would have sounded better with the second ending.
Oh, did I set down?
Yeah. Just, are you a member of Faust? Wow, wow, wow. Because that was pretty much the reaction.
I'm just thinking of that whole meme where it's like that roundabout song.
Oh yeah.
I've never even seen JoJo.
So, attempting at least to throw all of my theories to the four corners of the winds, Soichi claims that he's not an ex-Faust agent, but rather that Misora, because of her ability to purify bottles, which we still don't know the origin of, was stolen by Faust in order for them to purify bottles, which would explain why they have bottles like the rocket one. So I'm willing to pass that for now. But he says that he went into Faust's base to rescue her, and the way he did that was by giving them the Pandora's box panels that he stole from the box because
One of
he's
two.
yeah. He kept one for himself and offered the other one as a way to get into their base, and somehow managed to rescue Misora and get out of Faust's base.
He's leaving some stuff.
A ton of full bottles.
Yeah. Not quite filling it.
It'd be cool if
in
Soichi-
all the details.
Would it be cool if Soichi became a rider?
Yes, that's kind of where I was leading, because we still don't know for sure if anyone could like shake a full bottle and use its power, or if it's just like DNA match to like Sento and Ryuga, because Rabbit and Dragon are the only ones we've seen get used that way. So
If it's safe to say.
if it's possible that anyone holding a full bottle of any kind could just shake it and get its power, then I could feasibly understand how Soichi could grab bottles and use their powers to bust his way out.
100% think that's the case.
No, but it's just a theory I've got.
It's
Right now, I think it's say that like only people who are experimented on can use the full bottles.
that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's that moment. Like that definitely explains why he needed Sento to become Build, and why Ryuga's capable of using the Dragon full bottle.
I liked what Soichi said to Sento, where he's just like, I found you and stuff, but like, I noticed that you were very like good-hearted, and I just felt you could like, do good and help people, and like that's why I didn't want to tell you everything right away, because I didn't think you'd help me if I did. But I still think Soichi is hiding some things from Sento.
100%.
Like he's pulling a full Krim Steinbelt, where just like Krim didn't tell Shinosuke everything right away, and Shinosuke knew, and he's like, you're not fucking telling me everything, and Krim's just like,
But yeah,
when the time's right, I'll tell you.
The other thing that's worth noting is the fact that Soichi mentions that the quote-unquote reason he touched the box and activated the skywall was because what happened on Mars put some sort of influence over him. That is something that is absolutely going to come into play later.
It made him see shit, probably.
That's actually interesting.
You know what? I like to think he saw a vision of, like, maybe this, like, the skywall or something, like, turning out to be a good thing for Japan or something, so he's like, I gotta do this.
I still think Pandora's Box is fucking Jumanji. This is a giant game that Mars challenged him to. Some sort of presence on Mars, whether it's in the box or just something around.
What if Blood starts...
There are multiple fucking... It's a puzzle box. They gather the best matches,
solve the puzzle,
solve the panels, and then the box opens up further into another puzzle.
Yep.
This is just fully what I think the series is going to be, is them solving each individual puzzle.
They're building the puzzle.
What if Bloodstark and Night Rogue are
puzzle?
just, like, they're aliens.
Okay.
Like, they're Martians.
In that case, Bat Dad should be an alien too.
So, like, Night Rogue's the full head honcho, he knows everything about the Pandora box and stuff, and just Bloodstark is, like you said, like he said, the game master. Night Rogue's letting him, control it and watch over everyone and keeping them in check.
I believe that Bloodstark is the mastermind, possibly even from Pandora's box.
Probably.
And I think that Gentoku was just a willing participant.
I just remembered during the part where Sento was like, "Oh, you wanted me to get the job not for the rent, but so I would learn about the secret of Pandora's box and it's stuff with you." I just wanted him to go, "No, I wanted the rent, but that's you."
No, I still want money.
I don't want the rent money, but that was that was also helpful.
Yeah.
No, I still want rent. It's not like anyone buys coffee here. Gar, you have any thoughts?
Cat's cute.
Okay, Gar.
All right,
you have any
moving
thoughts on
forward.
Build?
Well,
Cats are cute.
So Soichi has his
Oh, yeah.
his custom blend of coffee. Nashita de nanishita.
Mm.
Haha! I got it.
ha pun.
I've noticed that throughout this episode, like in past episodes too, I just love when Ryuga just like goes into this like has this like random burst of anger, right? Like
Well,
so like
it's
they're talking about
understandable.
like, so like Sento's just like, I forgive you, it's fine, and Ryuga's just like, the fuck, man, like he's just been using you, and he's like, he hasn't.
No, seriously
They also
though,
saved him.
Yeah.
Ryuga is like the most realistic character
Yes.
in the entire show.
Of course he is. That's why I like him.
Me too. He is the voice of reason.
This show is
Despite how much of an asshole he is when he's like, "No, don't save people, fix your plot."
This
Okay.
this show is pulling a Kamen Rider Drive where it is a show that's just really good with its characters. Like, really fucking good characters.
Except for one thing.
Hmm.
Sento.
You don't like Sento?
I
What's
fucking
wrong?
hate him.
Oh, he's great!
I like him.
Why don't you like Sentai?
He's scatterbrained. He's all over the fucking
like many
place.
geniuses.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He
Yeah.
doesn't make for a good character, though. He's just all over the place. He can't focus on anything. I'm with Ryuga. I'd punch him too. It's like,
oh,
no.
he has amnesia. Like his various personality traits are just showing up at random times.
Yeah. No, he's just all over the goddamn place the entire show.
So I'm assuming you didn't like when like Misora was like, oh, by the way, full ball is ready, and just it was like,
Yeah, that.
I died.
It's like-
I was like, oh, he gets
It's like,
excited.
I'm sorry, you just found out this guy has been lying to you for months. Potentially is using you to some form of ends, but you're gonna trust him anyway because coffee and... Oh, hey, by the way, a bottle's ready. Woohoo!
Distraction!
And Ryuga's just like, the fuck, oh.
That's it. That's it. That's the show.
I gotta say, Kazooie earned some brownie points on my scorecard this week, but we'll talk about why in a sec.
I like you guys, Homer Simpson's woohoos.
Woohoo!
So we find out that reporter lady, 'cause I don't
Just say Takigawa or Sawa, whatever.
Sawa, okay. I just don't.
I'm Sawi. She's in the show.
She's my least favorite character in the show. I do not give a shit about her. I
Yeah,
don't like
same.
her at all.
She's gotten better.
No,
She's literally here just to go, hey, look, the plot.
So she finds out some information, of course, about Sento's past, and like found a band member, and for some reason there's a wanted poster for Sento.
I assumed she just drafted that up herself. Just
But
to
I
show
love
people.
His hair circle.
Yeah, and she circled like the little hair that flips up when he has an idea.
Have you seen this man's hair boner?
Pretty much.
I don't know why I went into a Professor Oak voice.
So we
Yeah,
get
I don't know.
So we get introduced to Tatsuya, who's his apparently former bandmate, and just he sees him and he's like, "I can't." He like tries to
Oh
go
my
over to him,
God.
and Sento just immediately just fucking flips him over.
Like, not missing a beat, he runs at him and he just perfectly flips him onto
And
the
he's like,
fucking
"No,
ground.
I'm
He
not
just
fucking."
feels
doing
I
it."
like Connie from
I
Steven Universe.
absolutely love how often this stupid asshole gets beat the shit out of all episode.
His fucking weird
Topsy's
teeth.
design it just makes me think like they just put a bunch of character traits into a hat and just picked them out and be like, he has an afro, his teeth are kind of messed up, he's
Kind of.
I don't know.
Big glasses.
Annoying.
glasses.
Aniki!
I kind of
That
want to
was
know
one of
more
them.
about him though.
I love later on where it's like, oh, Bloodstark's like talking to Sento. He's like, oh, you know that Smash over there? He's like, yeah. Oh, let me give you a hint. Aniki!
I absolutely love that Bloodstark is just a shit.
Yeah, he's an asshole. That's for
But
sure.
we'll talk about Bloodstark in a bit.
Mhm.
So, Tatsuya brings them
The build's
to...
primary colors is red. He has his main weapon is a drill. Now someone's calling it Aniki. God damn it, this is Gurren Lagann.
Dang it.
We'll talk about him in a minute. So Tatsuya brings Sawa and Sento to his apartment. And it's a disgusting
He's
mess.
in need, I guess.
Maybe.
I mean, they formed a band.
unless that counts as an employment.
It's how my room is usually 90% of the time.
No.
Well, no,
You don't have garbage lying around everywhere.
No, I don't.
Now,
You just have a ton of toys that are unorganized.
Yeah.
And clothes.
so
Lots of
Sento
clothes.
would be unconvinced that this is his former apartment, except there's pictures on the wall of him and the band.
And,
Calling it now, it's not him. There's someone else that looks exactly like him.
oh, it's a fucking Hajime thing from Blade.
Chalice?
Oh,
Yeah.
what
We're
about,
body twin?
Yeah.
This is super
I have a-
weird, but... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Has anyone here ever heard of Phantasmagoria 2?
No.
Okay, I'm about to spoil it, so...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If anybody cares, it's a sort of bad FMV game, but the twist in that game is that the main character is actually not who you think he is the whole time. He's a clone created in another dimension after the kid was thrown into a portal.
That sounds some like Kingdom Hearts
Interesting.
bullshit.
So
I-
I'm wondering, maybe this Sento was just a Smash. He was never a human. No, wait, we just had that with the Bugsters and...
I mean, we just had Poppy and now we have Mitan.
Okay, I guess that's...
But I had a thought.
What is it?
Because in the episode preview, we hear Sento screaming at one point, "Give me back my body." I think whoever is in that body is not the real person. I think that the body that he's in
so
belongs...
it's K.
Sorry?
Oh, so it's K.
What?
K, the anime.
Oh, I don't know.
I've never
It-
heard of K.
The long story short, spoiler for season 1. The main villain swapped bodies with the main character before the series started, so it's not actually his body that he's currently in.
Yeah, so I don't know
So-
what direction we're going to go in with it, but my thought... The only part
So
of
it's
this that
like
I've
the
thought out
witch's
is...
house.
His actual body is Bloodstark.
Maybe?
Oh, that
Or
would
Night
be
Road.
All I figured out is that the body that Sento is in is not his. The body belongs to Sato Taro, and the mind that's in that body came from somewhere else.
Whoa!
Entirely
That's
possible.
whoa!
And if you think about the fact that he has no memories before waking up in that alley, what if Sento's mind is an experiment? What if he is an
Ooh.
artificial life created by Faust and put in that body?
That's what I
Holy
was
shit.
thinking.
That sounds way too complicated for a kid show.
That's what I'm thinking.
Remember,
Brain
adults
hurts.
watch this too, guys.
I mean,
Yeah, but it's meant for children.
the brain of a genius, it's safe to say that's the kind of artificial personality that will be created
Hey,
by
I
this-
believe it. That's fucking
by
awesome.
an evil organization.
If that's what this is,
Maybe.
damn.
And let's take this a step further. If Faust is trying to create the ultimate life form to break through the wall, what better to pair it with than the ultimate genius brain?
Yep.
Maybe
It makes
Sento...
sense why Bloodstark's trying to find, what's your hazard level? That actually makes sense. Like, he's an artificial life form. He's designed to make his hazard level grow.
And this would explain why Faust is letting Bill do what he wants. Why they're letting him fight their monsters and get stronger. They want Sento to become powerful enough to either become the strongest form, the strongest life form, or to put his brain, after it's matured so much, into the body of whatever they decide is the strongest life form.
Gar, Sento is the Red Overdrive Ranger.
Wasn't he like an android or something?
Yeah, he was an android.
Why do I
We
know
don't
that?
take kindly
Oh,
to
man.
overdrive here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've thought about this way too hard, but I really liked the idea.
Yeah, no, this show's really making you, just think so much.
I haven't.
Even X-Aid
thought-
didn't fucking do this to you.
Because X-Aid was ridiculously straightforward.
Bullshit. Itches.
Hmm?
I have a Diet Pepsi, please.
Sure.
It's really cold in here, actually.
Thank you, Erica.
Quite nice.
Is it too cold for you?
Not if it's quite nice for you.
So yeah, those are my theories. I'm really happy in the direction my brain is taking this.
What's funny is we see we see a poster of Sento's past self or whatever like that, and he has his hair
Hair
spiked up to
boners
different- and
everywhere.
I'm like, oh, is that why?
It's basically Paradox 99.
It's his original hair trying to escape.
Alfalfa.
Okay, go ahead. Go, I'm sorry.
Indian comics, okay.
Of course you say that.
I'd buy a comic of it.
I will
Bloodstark? Can't really think of it much.
Okay, let's talk about Bloodstark. Oh, he's so pretty. I love it. the fucking jutting out chin on it, and the snake design from the eyes that like the spike going off in the other direction is the edge of the snake tail. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
I don't like snake motifs in general, but they applied it so perfectly here.
I think Ichi.
I
found
never
his favorite.
realized when we first saw the scan of Bloodstark that the tail was the spike going off in the different direction, but it's so good.
Oh shit.
And if you pay attention to like the edges along the top, it looks like they've kit bashed an old Ryuki or Ryuga helmet. And the fucking pipe scarf around the edge is so good.
Night Rogue, Bat, Bloodstark, Cobra, Sento, Spider.
That is one of the very many running theories in the community.
I think Ichi found his new favorite character for now.
Also,
I love his voice. He sounds like a Japanese Bane.
Bloodstark has the same problem as Night Rogue.
You were gonna say Japanese
Good
bear.
head in arms and body, lacking in actual detail in legs.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping there will be rider type upgrades for them.
I love
a
the
la Machine Chaser.
one of my favorite scenes, honestly, in this whole episode, though, was just when, because like Bill tries using like a rider. Oh yeah, we find out that apparently the actual name of Build's like Hisatsu is called the Vortex finish, according to the
Detail of Heroes magazines.
You guys didn't know that?
No, we thought it was Boltec or Voltec. That's what it sounds like.
Sounds kind of like Machine.
I don't hear Vortex finish.
Although it makes sense because it's involving the mixing of the two materials.
Yeah.
Swirling around in an attack.
It's literally on the Kamen Rider wiki.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm sorry we don't all read the wikis.
The subbers kept subbing it Voltec finish. But yeah, so he like tries to kick on Bloodstark the first time, like, and he blocks it, and I was like, wow, you stopped the force of a tank. Well done.
I don't know why that attack doesn't like use the parabola lines to like grab him like it did to the strong
It was
smash
just
in the
it was
first
a shorter
episode.
one, that's why I think.
But why?
I don't know. Maybe just it didn't work.
Just a couple
and then,
feet away, then
Go ahead, Blaze.
back. You didn't get close enough.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then he tries a second time to kick him again, and it actually works, and he broke his arm.
Or at least
Because-
damaged it.
Seems
Because
like he broke
range.
it, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he broke his arm because like you saw him actually like holding it a bit, and then when he like let go of his arm, it like drooped down like when your arm's broken. So I think he broke it.
Oh, you know what else was
That's
great
impressive.
that he did? We saw like some some Guardian robots destroy a bunch of Faust Guardians, and then we see Bloodstark like snap his fingers, and the robots like unhinge and become Faust Guardians. That's a neat ability.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that gets put into play a lot.
So then later we see them. Tatsuya goes with them back to the cafe or whatever like that, and just like Ryuga has like none of his shit and like
I love
headbutts him.
I was saying earlier that Kazooie earned some brownie points, and there were 2 of those. Each time he headbutted Tatsuya.
Yeah, Tatsuya's like, "Oh, you're the murder victim, dude!" And
No, you're the murderer.
yeah, you're the murderer. or
You're,
whatever.
you're that murder victim! Why are you still alive?
Okay,
Whatever,
that was
sorry,
actually
murderer.
pretty
And just Ryuga's just like,
You got better.
yeah,
I got
and Ryuga's just like, "The fuck you say?" And he's like, "The fuck you say?" And I'm like, "Oh, you mocking me?"
He
Fucking-
headbutts him, then he gets headbutted again.
Yeah, and then like I can't remember if this is episode 4 or 5, but like Ryuga like opens the door and he sees
No, it
like,
was this. He
yeah.
chases Tatsuya out of the restaurant.
and then he sees like 2 girls and like they go over to him. And
Don't
he's, like,
tell on me! Sorry!
And then like Misora's working on like
Hang on!
working on one of those like puzzles where like you have to put a bunch of shit match
Misora
it.
is assembling a cow's guts.
Yeah,
And
then,
oh my god.
she's like, "I did it!"
Oh my god, her face when she finished.
Yeah, Ichi loves Misora.
I'm so glad Mitan is in every episode.
No. Hell, last episode she didn't want to do it. It's like, "Oh, we need you to be Miten. I don't wanna. Like she doesn't like doing it, but
I
she
know,
does it
and
for the
that's
sake
why
of
I'm
helping.
tolerating
Like
it.
being Mii-chan, she doesn't like her being Mii-chan.
Sorry?
She doesn't like being Mii-chan as much as you don't like her being Mii-chan.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why I will tolerate it.
There you go. And then yeah, Tatsuya gets attacked at one point by Bloodstark, like pretty brutal too. Like he like grabs him by his neck and just like holding him up, just being like, "I'm gonna mess with you," and then just
Oh,
like,
but your friend Tatsuya volunteered for the experiment.
Aniki! And then, yeah, like, I like this kind of, like, where he's in the tank, whatever, being, like, worked on, and just, like, Bloodstar kind of just, like, hops in onto the chair, like, puts his leg over, and he's just like, and Night Rogue's like, what the fuck you up to? And he's like, hush now, let Daddy do his work.
I just love, like, Bloodstar just, like, pops a squat, like, pulls a chair right up next to him. I like to watch!
Yeah, and Night Rogue's just like, what are you up to? And he's just like, shh, Daddy's working.
Just
Leave
sit
me alone."
there up on your stupid throne.
Yeah, and he's like, so stupid.
Like, oh, he volunteered. Cut to a scene and just like, hey, if you want to be experimented on, don't say anything.
That's nothing.
All those in favor say do absolutely nothing. Good. Motion settled.
I hear reading.
Oh, okay, so the scene where Sento henshins in front of Bloodstark, seconds ago we see Gentoku and Nariaki up on that bridge commanding their troopers, so we can say with complete conviction that Nariaki is not Bloodstark.
And
I'm kind of happy to put that to bed.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, he was fighting him while Nariaki was up there on the bridge.
Are you sure about that? Nariaki was behind Gentoku.
No, but we saw
And
him.
then when it cuts back to Gentoku,
They were both
it looks
standing
like
there.
Nariaki kind of moved back in. I have a feeling that he is still Bloodstar.
But his voice is different also.
Yeah,
You
no.
sure about that?
Here's the thing, if he was Nariaki, why would his voice be a different one than his human form, whereas Gentoku's isn't? Because Gentoku is Night Rogue. I'm like 200%
I'm very glad
To
that
keep the mystery.
Nariaki isn't fucking...
Yeah,
Bloodstark.
because so far Nariaki is boring as shit, and Bloodstark seems like the most interesting character so
And he gets,
far.
like, easily offended by everything. He's like, the fuck you say?
Although, as I mentioned last week, I'm pretty sure Nariaki is still in on Faust because of the whole "we don't need toys that break this easy" quote from episode 1.
Yep.
Maybe he'll be the spider guy.
Yeah. So then, like, Ryuga's talking to Misora at one point, and Misora's just like, yeah, like, or Ryuga's like, what would happen if, like, if Smash, like, you know, didn't turn back to a human? Probably just... Misora's like, oh, we'd probably just go back to the base, and he's like,
I wanted so bad, just for no reason, for just mass to be flying around at that point, just to represent how scheming Kazooie was getting.
That would actually be pretty funny.
So then, yeah,
Complex
Sento...
math that we have for Sento, which is like 2 + 2
Gotta
=
use
4.
that.
Just
Oh my
like
God.
arithmetic.
So
And then
that-
just all the best
Yeah.
matches are floating around there somewhere.
So then, yeah, Sento fights Tatsuya as a Smash, and then, like...
Which is the press smash, by the way. I looked it up on TVosity. I thought it was like the Gatling smash because of the way it looked, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah, another one of my favorite scenes is when frickin', like, Sento's just on the floor with the panel, and he's trying to, like, find a best match with Comic.
And apparently, he at one point he's like, maybe Taka matches with it, which begs the question: do bottles have more than one full match or best match?
Maybe. And, like, he has Kaizoku, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then just Ryuga comes in, puts in Ninja, and just Sento's like, no way.
Yeah. And his like hair boner goes down.
Like, okay, now can you help me? I need to design a weapon!
Oh, for fuck's sake! God. Yeah, he's like, God!
Like I
damn
said,
it."
yeah, Ryuga's a bit of an asshole to him in this episode. He deserved it.
No, but, like... I love both characters.
Sento
like I like
fucking
Sento.
deserved
I lo-
every moment.
No,
of
but
what
I
he
love
got at the
Sento
end of
for
the
his
episode.
random like bursts of just like, oh my god, like and then his excitement, enthusiasm to build new shit, like to go with his best match, and it's fun and like yeah, it's like you said, Raven. I like Ryuga because he's like real
Yeah,
and he's just
he's
like,
the voice
we
of
need to get
logic."
shit done. Can you please, unframe me?
I
Thank you.
I just like this. Raven likes Ryuga, I like Sento, and Lane likes both.
Yup.
Emily, who do you like?
Well, out of the characters we've met so far,
Yeah.
I like Sento. I mean, I know that Raven hates him.
That's okay. I understand why people would like him, but I just
Oh, you people?
Yeah.
he pisses me off.
And I want to see more of Bloodstar.
Yeah.
Gar, who do you like?
No one knows right now.
I thought you said Soichi was your favorite character.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Remember we made the joke that I referenced every single week since? Soichi's my favorite character. You're not feeling it tonight?
No, it's just
Build's not being what you want it to be.
no, not that. It's just it's not really anything to say. Just
Well, we've somehow filled all this time. So, I think that Tatsuya is pretty involved in the goings-on because he mentions that Taro took the job because Tatsuya needed money. And when Kazooie says that he didn't do the murder, Tatsuya gives a visible reaction. Like, if you didn't kill him, then I gotta go! So, some shit's going on there.
So yeah, then Sento defeats Tatsuya and like Ryuga shows up, and then and then he does like the thing again where he like
gut shots him.
Yeah, gut shots him, and then he's just like, and like reverses the bottle back into him. I'm like, how did you know you could do that?
Right?
Yeah,
like,
that's a good... Well, I mean, I guess you can just assume it, but imagine if you just opened it and it flew away and it was just like...
Or
crap.
just like piddled out
I
on
think
the
that's
ground.
what he did. I think he like untwisted the cap
No,
and
yeah.
then just...
Try
when
doing
the
it and turn one of us into a smash.
Because we've seen it multiple times where when the lid of the bottle is turned like to face forward, that's when the lid is open.
Yeah.
And when he turns it around, that's when it's closed.
Okay.
Don't
Because
leave
like
the
whenever
bottle
he like
open.
turns it to the side and then points it, and that's when it's open and he captures the essence, and then he turns the lid again to close it.
And I just like that...
Like a bottle.
And I just like that shot where just like before like the episode ended to go to the preview where just
The half
like,
the half section.
yeah, where it's just Sento and like unconscious or whatever, and then just Ryuga like being like behind his bike waiting and like looking all badass.
I swear to God, if Kazooie gut shots Sento a third time, I'm gonna be pissed because after 2 times, you'd think he'd know to prepare for it.
No, you never expect a fucking sucker punch ever.
Never expect the Kazooie Inquisition. That's what I'll call it from now on.
God damn it.
So Kazooie inquisited with Sento again this week.
But yeah, so next week apparently we see the Claws Dragon. So
Yeah.
that'll be cool.
Yeah, sure. You just gut punched me again. Here's the thing I made for you.
Well, because probably I'm like to assume that in this next week's episode where it like shit goes down and like
It looks like they're gonna fight.
Sento needs help. So
that was Build.
It's gonna be interesting.
I like where the show's going.
oh yeah, I'm in.
All right, and Kyuranger.
Yosharaki!
So-
Dude, after so many years, boys. After so many years.
Why are you touching
Years.
us? Why are you touching us?
The Sentai clock is gone.
What?
Oh yeah, the Sentai clock's gone.
Not since the time.
There's no 7:30
Since the
anywhere.
schedule changed.
Oh, I did not even
The
notice.
clock's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gar. That's the biggest thing in this whole episode of Castranger.
I
You're
didn't
just like,
even notice the clock
cl-
was gone.
Build, it's okay. The Sentai clock's gone though! You guys!
So I'm sitting there, I'm
No
like,
clock.
I can't tell if I'm halfway.
I don't know what time it was when this
Oh,
aired.
Jesus.
You know what's interesting though? Now that
I
Rider
can't
airs,
tell if it's halfway through. the
Okay,
episode
Gart, you know
or
what you
not.
do? Do you know what you
you
do?
look at your progress bar in the video.
Or you watch at a specific time, like at 12:30. No, you know what? Yeah, you wait till the Sentai sub and you watch it at 7:30.
You're forgetting about commercials.
Watch
Damn, I
the
thought
and
I
then-
forgot
Sub
about
the Raw,
commercials.
like with the commercials.
And then it's like, oh, how can this get worse? Their base got destroyed. It's
Well,
like,
before we get into the actual episode, something to note is now that the shows have switched airing orders, now they match up with the order we talk about them in.
Okay, so quickly, I was like, we were about to like rewatch it and Raven's just like, Lane, I hope you noticed something that I noticed, and I'm like,
It's like, Lane, knowing you were the one person in this group who really watches the show I'm referencing, there's a thing in this episode that I'm almost certain you're going to talk about in reference to that. And he had not a clue what I was talking about.
I
initially,
think
and
I
was
know.
like, oh,
Tell
oh.
me if I'm
I
wrong.
guess you could say he couldn't piece it together.
So I think what you were referring to was the fact to the one arc in One Piece where, oh shit, the Going Merry, their first ship is breaking down. We need a new one. Raptor or Usopp being like, no, we can still salvage her and use her, and everyone else is like, give it up. It's gone.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And then the dramatic scene where it goes down and that just like...
Terminator 2, thumbs up!
Yeah,
it took me a
Jesus
second to know.
Christ!
I'll throw another movie reference into this because our monster of the week used the ooze!
Yes!
I
Quick,
love the one scene where it just
as in
practical
Ivan's
slaughter and
ooze.
stuff. Yeah.
but yeah, quick, sorry for spoilers for like fucking 10 years ago in One Piece, but
Oh no!
when the Straw Hats are finishing up their like battle with I forgot CP9 on Ines Lobby. Literally, they're like, shit, where the fuck our ship, like, the ship we were going to escape on's gone, we have nowhere to go. Literally, the Going Merry shows up at the right time, rescues them, and then they set it on fire to give it a proper burial.
Holy fuck!
And then they just see, like, they all see the spirit of the Going Merry waving them, saying, thank you, you've given me a great life, and they all see it, and they just
Did they fucking
burst
Viking
into...
funeral this bitch?
Yes, because there was no more, and then they got the Thousand Sunny.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I cried! It was fucking beautiful!
And
Oh,
both
my
shows
God.
are Toei.
I'm tearing up a little
Fair.
just hearing it.
Yeah, no, it was fucking... If you honestly look it up, like, The Voyage of the Going Merry or something on YouTube, it's fucking beautiful. But yeah,
What else was
so...
beautiful?
What?
That scene with that scene with Tsurugi at the beginning.
They're plotting like, okay, what the fuck? So they're plotting like, what the fuck we need to do, and then you just see Tsurugi just in Rompo's chair, and at first I paused and I looked at it and I'm like, the fuck are, like, even Spot.
Get out of that chair,
what the,
bitch!
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? No, it's like in fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Get out of that chair!
Yeah.
It's my commander's chair.
And then the motherfucker doubles down and launches the Q-Let
And
song.
then fucking
And his
pulls
dress-
off his clothes, has this fucking scarf, starts rocking out on a microphone,
Stinger
and then
pops up
Stinger
behind him
pops
with a
out of nowhere
guitar.
with a guitar, starts singing, and they're like, get down,
Okay, like,
Phoenix
I'm willing to
outfit.
believe...
I died.
I'm willing to
Phoenix
believe
outfit,
Tsurugi would do this, but why is Stinger on guitar?
Well,
Because he
Sort of
felt
yelling.
like jumping in. I laughed
He wants
so hard.
He wants the... No, I'm sitting there watching this, like, in my bed,
damn
early in the
it.
morning, and I'm just like... I had to watch it again because I was like, wait, who the fuck was that? Because I didn't recognize him as Stinger, and then I saw,
Oh,
like,
no, I
it was
saw
Stinger!
it.
Afterwards, like
Yeah, I
at
was
the end of the
wondering who the
song,
guitar person
Tsurugi
was,
and
too.
Stinger were like standing there, like arms up in the air, like yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
So were they actually in those
Fucking
costumes,
damn
or was that just their imagination? Everyone just saw them dancing around.
I think it was that.
Yeah.
Oh my-
What you
It
said.
was like when Rompo did the first time and Champ just in the middle of it, just like, why are you dancing?
Guys, I think we found Sento's band.
Oh, fuck. Okay, you know, never mind. Yeah, so the whole plot of this is like, oh shit, the Orion's breaking down, and Raptor's like, oh, the Orion's alive, it's been helping us this whole time, and Tsurugi,
It saved us that one time.
and Tsurugi, like, you know,
Switches
He-
back
he-
into asshole mode.
yeah, and he's like, it's just a fucking ship, it doesn't matter,
I
and
mean,
like,
he's right. It's like it's for all any of them except for Spada and Raptor, who maybe have an inkling it's something else is going on. As far as everyone else is concerned, and as far as everyone else is seeing, yes, it is a ship,
But it's not just a ship.
and it's an unarmed ship at that.
It's not unarmed, he has the big club.
But
Like,
it's
Shut
like
up.
what they were, like some of them were saying in the episode. Like, yeah, it's a ship, but it's also their home.
Fair enough.
And most importantly, it's where all my stuff is. Which makes it really tragic when
Wait,
the ship fucking kamikazes itself at the end of the episode.
Jesus.
Q-Let.
But it was like
all the
a
other guys
final
get
hurrah.
teleported into their Q-Thomas, but what about the Q-Let?
We lost the Q-Let!
Oh no! They're gonna come take ours? Is that the implication?
Not taking my Q-Let from me!
What if Sho Loco
No.
himself shows up?
No, you know what's gonna happen?
If Sho shows up, will you
If Sho shows up.
will you give it to him?
Yes.
You gotta travel through
I
time first.
Oh no, but he might be Darner Moss! Yeah!
Here's the thing.
Fuck you, Gar.
We don't know exactly what year Kyuranger takes place in. It could be 2317.
I don't know. All I can think of is if Sholampo
finally got
showed
an
up,
explanation.
but I
It's
don't
not
Hold
wanna-
on,
Sorry.
hold on. Emily,
Please
go.
go first.
Okay, please go
Go
first. Please go.
Okay. So we finally kind of get an explanation. It's not that it's in a different dimension, really. It's just that it's like far into the future.
No, we know for a fact that it is a different dimension because of the
No,
Decker
because,
Ranger
I mean,
episode.
It's like, oh, it's 333 years ago. Those buildings look pretty advanced for 333 years in the past. If you know, their timeline is the modern year.
Yeah. No, it definitely is also in the future, but it is definitely a separate universe because of the Decker Ranger episode. And Emily, what do you
Dude,
say?
they say these are like wormholes are either different dimensions or time.
It's hard to say at this point. Emily, what were you saying?
I was just saying if Sholampo actually showed up, I would hope that we would all like go out for dinner or something.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
is-
end of the episode.
That was
So,
I was sad that the Orion Go is gone.
Yeah, no, me too.
Just the club comes out of the hand, you get the fucking thumbs up as
that
it goes
was
down to the flame.
amazing.
I just stared at that and like, damn it,
No,
they even
no.
they went for the Terminator
No,
reference
and then,
too.
and then like the viewing thing, like in the Megazord, it's like, I'm like, oh, it's an alien or something, and then it cuts to from their perspective. Good luck. It's like,
I was like,
I
oh.
know.
Good luck without me.
No.
Peace!
That's
Cried.
not- no.
well, no,
I'm sorry.
it's depressing when like it was a character itself.
It was.
It was their home. It was the place where they can be themselves.
It was the place where they
And
could
now
get
they-
hot.
And now they don't have
Don't!
it.
No! I
Rest in peace, hot.
I was thinking that, but didn't want to say it, and then you said it.
Hot's
You ruined
gone.
it.
Oh,
Hot's
I'm
gone
sorry.
forever.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry.
Hot.
But yeah,
Hot's gone.
we lost the hot.
We lost the hot. Everyone tweet out there right now, hashtag lost the hot.
We lost the hot.
I remember when I first
So we
saw
lost the hot.
the hot on there. I actually literally laughed so hard I threw up.
I
water.
remember.
What are you guys talking about?
On the menu in the ship for the menu, it said like water, cold water, hot.
Just
Just
hot,
hot.
not anything else. Just
Anyways.
hot.
But no, again, Lucky being amazing Lucky that he is, just like, you know, he went to Raptor, and Raptor's just like, oh, I don't want to be bothered right now, and like he's just like, again, doing what he does best, listening to the people's problems and trying to help them figure out shit, and then Raptor's like explaining why like Orion means so much to her, and he's like, oh, I believe you. Yeah, you know what? Let's go fucking convince everyone else that Orion's the real thing.
I love how during that conversation she tries to get away from him by just sliding down the slide.
Yep. And Lucky's like, yeah, no.
That'll show you!
And then while they're fighting or whatever like that in that first battle, like freaking Lucky does this awesome like drop kick that goes into like a really nice flip,
And he
then
like
just-
announces it like it's an actual technique.
yeah, and then he does a flip, and then he immediately just goes into a all-star crash or whatever like that, and I'm like, this man does not fucking hesitate to just do shit, and
So-
it's so impressive.
So our monster of the week, Do-gyun, aka the biologist who controls appliances with Ivan's ooze.
I liked him.
AKA Dr. Robotnik.
Pretty
Why
much.
are there so many Dr. Robotniks
Yeah,
on this
we already
show?
have Robot Dick.
Are there any other Robotniks we
Well,
should
that's
know
the dildo.
I'm the Eggman. Yes, I'm the real Eggman. All you other Robotniks aren't as fat as I am. That's an actual internet song.
That's
It
pretty
is.
good, actually.
Okay, so Do-gyun is pretty cool. I like that he actually had so many weapons, even though they made it into like literally a scene-killing joke.
Hey, that joke was
Why
hilarious.
do
No,
you-
yeah, I liked
Why do
it.
you have so many weapons? Oh, it looks cool.
I thought it'd be cool.
Actually, I just remembered the best scene in the episode. Amy just spinning in a washing machine.
Yep. Naga getting eaten by a fridge, Garu getting vacuumed, Tsurugi just under attack by a rice cooker,
I'm
and
just
Stinger
holding
just
it very clearly to his
Stinger
head.
is just wrestling with a fan. It was so fucked
You can
up.
clearly see that she was having to spin herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hiding it. Like, oh, my eyes are spinning. Then stop turning yourself.
I love the one shot where like Balance, Kotaro, and Spada are in the Orion watching them fight, and at one point one of them are like, "Oh man, everyone's fighting so hard," you know, like we're not doing.
Well, they can't because of the Q that didn't choose them.
We have to sit here and watch our ship die.
Raptor.
Hey, if it helps, they were the last 3 in the ship.
So, anyways, they stopped the Morai Mars from blowing up by using the telescope Kyutama to snipe all the ooze off of the buildings.
That was actually cool.
The
seeing
actual
that.
practical effect, they
Even-
just threw slime at them.
Even though they're kind of backwards ass thinking this situation, because aren't they trying to get rid of the towers?
The problem is if they blow up, they'll take out civilian buildings with them.
Alright, why don't we just take one out one at a time then?
Because we don't have time for that right now.
We don't.
We could have easily just gotten rid... We could have easily saved the civilians and let those explode.
Go tell Toei that,
2
Gar.
birds, 1 stone.
And then, we get a cool, like, ending or whatever like that, where just, like, we go back to the past, and Ron Post is like, it's almost done, and we see the Orion Voyager, which I'm looking forward to seeing.
Orion Go, Orion the character, or Shishirat Orion, Orion Voyager. God, this show likes Orion!
The Orion is right.
I don't-
The ship, the character, or me. Yes!
I don't know who said it, but, someone theorized that Orion himself actually, like, his spirit was inside the Orion Go.
That is exactly what I
Considering it was
expected.
designed after him, but older.
Yeah.
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 Maybe.
Actually, that reminds
No,
me.
that's it. It's even
The
got his
Orion
quote.
battle.
Yeah. It's like the ship was probably like in the original version of the timeline. He probably lived way longer, and then the ship was designed after him.
No, that's it. He was the one who was spreading the legend of the Kyurangers
Yeah.
beforehand.
And now that the Orion Go is gone, now we'll be getting Premium Bandai Orion Go DX.
Premium
Go.
Orion
It,
Dick
it can store all your
No,
Voyagers.
no, Mini Pla Orion
That
Go.
would
there you
actually
go.
be cool with a little clear stand.
Yeah. And like you have to apply the stickers for like the Voyager docking.
It has
That'd
little
be
mini
cool.
Voyagers.
And like each of them has like buttons
No,
to like open the
okay.
docks. That'd be
No,
funny.
okay, now you guys are just ruining it.
Yep.
The mini Voyagers turn into a little
Yeah.
mini
So
Kyurado.
You know, the Orion Voyager and the Orion Kyutama. If you use it in the Morpho for a change, it actually says Orion at the end, like with the other change Kyutamas.
oh, that's neat.
Maybe
There will be an
Maybe-
Orion White. That'd be cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, at the end, all of the Morai Mars fly up and combine into apparently what is referred to as a super big Morai Mars, which is the giant robot from Sea Shit last week. Same thing.
Woohoo.
Okay. And so next week we get to see the return of Eris, doing something Final Fantasy VII didn't do.
Who?
They dig,
Blonde-haired chick who likes Lucky.
Oh.
they dig up the dick bat from his grave, because that's totally respectful.
Who?
And we get to see the Orion Voyager and Orion Battler.
No,
Yeah.
no, who's Dick Bat?
Orions. They dig up his grave and pull out his bat.
Oh,
Oh,
that's awful.
Yeah, it
That's
is!
awful.
That
There's
They
a
didn't
shot
really
of
dig it up. They just like notice like, hey, there's a bit sticking out there. Oh, hey, it's this thing.
Yeah, they just pick it up. You just see a hand. Ah! I'm not dead. I was just sleeping.
Wow, wow. Danger, zombie.
So where are they gonna sleep now?
Okay,
That's like,
it's
where did
obvious. No, it's obvious that the
Wherever they
Orion.
want.
No, it's obviously that the
We're
Orion.
hobos now!
Okay, it's obvious that the Orion Voyager is their new ship
Absolutely.
and base. So
But tonight
they
we
can
sleep
store all fucking 12 Voyagers.
Tonight we sleep in the Voyagers.
Actually, do you think there's enough room to even really comfortably
That
sleep?
it wouldn't be uncomfortable because you would have to be like
If you can sleep
Yeah,
sitting
you
down
just-
instead of lying down, they can do it.
Well, some of them don't actually.
yeah. This
sleep.
doesn't feel comfy.
I hope there's a pillow, Kyutama.
A tent Kyutama?
You know, at this point, there is a tent Kyutama. We've
Or-
already seen it.
Oh yeah!
Or if
Nice.
anything, guys, if anything, they go to Kotaro's place.
All I can say.
Hey, where are we
Well, I
gonna
mean,
sleep
there's
tonight?
that.
Katara, where did your uncle live?
Yeah.
No! They'll go spend a couple of weeks at that space castle place in that one episode.
No,
How are they getting there?
Lane.
Yeah.
Voyagers!
Oh, maybe.
No,
Yes.
Lane. Just who are you? I am Rem. Follow me. Welcome to the Nebula House.
Oh God.
Hey, who are you? Oh, the original master who lived here is currently on vacation.
Ultraman G joke.
I was gonna say, what is that a reference
Because
to?
I started watching Geed, whatever it's pronounced.
Good boy. Gene's amazing.
So, updating our Yosha Lucky count, there was 1 uttered by Lucky, so our count is now at 243.
Yep.
But yeah,
He was
this
serious as fuck.
this Search for Spock episode was very depressing.
I just love, like, when the Orion, like, sacrificed itself and, like, you see everyone, like, all, like, honoring it, and then it's just like, wait, all our stuff was there! Damn it! Fuck! All my cooking supplies!
Oh, my chest are gone!
Which is great, because Hammy ends the episode by saying she's hungry. I just want to spot
Hey, let's go.
Well, all my shit got blown up, so you're shit out of luck!
But
Thank you, Ranger,
Tsurugi-
for Search for Champ.
Tsurugi did apologize to Raptor for being an asshole, so I was like, and okay, you're back to how you were
Wait a
before.
minute, guys,
Hooray.
what happened to all the appliances that were, rampaging around? You see all of them just, like, formed into, like, a little tiny house.
Naga's just like, my favorite mirror was on the Orion.
Form the appliance sword.
No, just... Hey, Spada, what are you doing? Oh, I'm playing pool. There's, like, nothing there.
And wrapped...
Yeah, we lost the pool table!
Oh, no!
Shit!
The star-shaped pool table. And I love
Rest
it.
in peace, Culet.
Face core in our chat is like, Raptor, all my fanfics!
They also lost, oh no wait, we already made that joke, never mind. The vending machine.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, Lucky's like, my trashed bike, it's
can
gone.
no longer get hot.
The radio!
What? Okay, I
Alright,
worded that
what else
badly.
is there?
Alright.
Oh, Champ. Oh, I can't wait to curl my weights. Where are my weights?
Shit.
Val's gonna be upset. He lost all his treasure.
Oh yeah, it's
Come on,
treasure.
Kotaro.
Aw.
It starts curling Kotaro. His brother.
You'll do!
Two.
Garu
One.
lost his favorite ball.
No, that's racist.
That's okay, he's got
That's
luckies.
doggist.
That's
My
racist.
bro.
That's okay, he's got luckies.
Oh.
No. They just go to
That's
where the
horrible.
Orion Go was, and all their stuff is there.
Just floating in space!
No, I mean like where it was on Earth.
They have to go collect it all, like, with
He and
nets.
Garu playing fetch with the Psycho Q-Tama.
Garu, no! We don't play with that!
Not the balls I was talking about, but sure.
No.
Anyways.
Featured
We
topic!
have enough balls coming up.
Featured topic. Good
Sorry,
segue.
no, that wasn't meant to be a segue.
Oh
I'm sorry.
god, do we?
So, Castranger episode 69, we discussed Hentai Kamen, the forbidden superhero. And thus, 100 episodes later, we have come to episode 169.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Can I
100
leave
and
now?
yes.
No?
You can if you want.
Because I kind of didn't watch this.
Yeah, Garu doesn't care for Kentai Kamen.
Kentai Kamen?
Kentai
whatever.
Kentai
That
Kamen?
either.
Kentai Life Returns from the Haruhi soundtrack?
If you want to, Garu, you can. Well, can you just give your brief thoughts on why you don't like Hentai Kamen?
It's very forgettable. I literally tried to remember the first movie, and I'm like...
I completely disagree. I remember lots about the movie. I remember all the evil comments, and that's why I love the first movie.
Shit.
I remember the first movie because I watched both of them literally like 3 hours ago.
Here you
Yeah.
go, to you.
Why don't you give your thoughts on the first movie then, please?
It was good.
This is good.
Oh, the whole backstory, like, oh, that's how my parents met. This is like, I mean, I've heard worse backstories.
Fucking, his parents are so fucking awesome.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the first one, so when they were introduced, I was just like, okay.
Well, no, that's the great thing about Hentai Kamen too. If you haven't even seen the first film, they recap the first
Yeah,
one
they
and,
do.
and catch you up on the story pretty well.
They label everything, too.
Yeah.
I just remembered, I took notes. The first 10 minutes. Wait a minute, is that Yuki from Forze? Is that Takatora?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Takatoro was in it, first one. But just, Jesus Christ! I keep forgetting that, like, Hentai Kamen was sort of kind of like a parody off of Spider-Man, but then, like, we're watching the second movie. The whole movie was literally Spider-Man 2!
We pointed out all the
The first
references.
movie ripped off the opening credits of the first Spider-Man, and this one ripped off the entire story.
I didn't even notice.
The opening credits were even like Spider-Man 2's opening credits, where it showed, like, nice
The Marvel
well-drawn
comic
scenes.
parody.
Yeah, and I'm like, Jesus fucking
He
Christ.
even had someone
The second one even
playing
ended
a
with him being
song on
attacked by
guitar.
black goop.
Yeah!
And the opening bit had a thing
The
that looked like
pizza-
the Marvel Comics logos.
Yeah. Hey, he was a pizza delivery guy, and the guy's like, hey, we deliver pizzas in 20 minutes. Like, you don't fuck up again or
And
you're
they have
fired.
a long,
Ma-
like, tirade
In
about
the
it.
city.
Maha Pizza.
Who
Except the black
uses
suit from
actual
Spider-Man.
professional race car drivers as his delivery
Except the
boys.
black suit from Spider-Man 3 sort of makes a bit of a
Yeah, like,
semi-cameo
Fucking hell.
thing.
Yeah, the ooze at the end.
Well, I was actually more talking about, like, the plot point related.
Oh,
to
yeah.
so, okay, first off, the main plot of this movie is, all the panties are, like, being, like, being taken from somewhere, like, being stolen from everyone, all the women, and, like, that's actually the plot of the movie.
There's literally many scenes of
There's not a second
hundreds
I thought
of
it was
panties
recording.
flying across the sky. And
The
guard
last thing
out!
that I thought I was going to hear today.
It was weird.
There's like,
They're being
no.
sucked.
There's
They're
a
being
reason.
sucked up by a giant guy with like.
There's a
this
reason we found the vacuum smash.
So cheeky.
He's just leaving.
Mr. Vacuum!
Guard's just like, nope, I'm done. Nope, I'm good.
That's
No.
I understand, but I watched the film, so...
Yay! I get the
probably-
couch to myself. Thanks, Gar.
You get to be couchy, don't you?
So yeah, the plot of the movie is like all these panties are being fucking stolen, like literally off of women too. Like you see like their panties
They're
sliding down
literally
their
getting
legs,
yanked
and then
off.
That's a neat
somehow
trick, by the way.
without you know lifting their feet or anything, they just fly off their legs, and I'm like, how is that? How are you doing that? And so Hentai Kamen, what's the guy's name?
Kyosuke.
Kyosuke is like trying to figure out like what is, but then it's like the standard bullshit where like Aiko is just like I don't want you to be Hentai Kamen. I love you, but I love you when you're not being a pervert. And she's like, you must swear you won't like look at panties or like think about panties or like.
And by the way, give mine back.
Give me back my panties. And he's like,
But they're my final form.
well, no, it's final form with the ones with the blue stripe.
No, I know, but
Final
there
form
was
happened. His final form happened later on in the movie.
they were his final form from the first movie. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's really interesting to note that he goes to Jonan University, aka the university that's very prevalent in actual toku.
Yeah. Isn't the one fucking Takushango taught at?
And it's the one that Asumu and Hibiki goes to,
Oh, okay.
or at least tries.
So yeah, so he promises like, okay, I won't be Hentai Kamen anymore, and just like, of course he can't resist anyway because it's who he is, and
It's not that. He just keeps seeing crime happen.
yeah, and he just can't ignore it.
It's like
I just-
a genuine, like, need to help people.
I just love that one scene where like the two of them are talking and she asks for her panties back, and then in the background you see Makoto like walk in and then just like bail back behind the wall like
Yeah.
it's fucking Dan from the Crunchyroll commercial.
Yeah, because we like find out like he has a crush on Aiko too, and
Unsurprising.
wants her for himself, and
Then things get way weirder than that.
oh god, yeah.
I like how completely unsubtle he is. Even his name, Tadashi Makoto. Like, Tadashi means, like, the right way and stuff like that, so it was easy to detect that he was going to be some sort of antagonist.
But yeah, so we see Hentai Kamen, like, for the first time when he's fighting, because, like, while he's delivering a pizza, there's a crime happening, and, like, you know, he goes to stop them. And just, it's been a while since, you know, we watched the first movie. My god, I forgot how fucking crazy this series is.
I just
It's
like
just
how...
how incredible, like, to anyone else who's not a Toku fan, like, they'll be so fucking weirded out and, like, even probably disgusted and offended. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Well, his main
But-
attack is shoving his crotch into people's faces.
Like, every
Hazing
single
them
guy he fucking beats up,
That's, yeah.
head to his crotch, and he just goes like, whoo!
And
Just
Actually,
finish
would
her.
you like to?
You stole my line, I want to do
Okay,
it.
we'll go do it.
Please lower your volume now.
Yeah, he does that, like,
love that.
all the fucking time.
And then, like,
Michael
wh-
Jackson.
the other half the
Yeah.
time when he shoves the villain's face into his balls, he's just like, yes!
Yes.
I thought that was just the sound effect of his attack.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure he's actually saying.
Wouldn't surprise me
Well,
though.
he did do sound effects of his own crawling forward.
Yeah.
Well,
One
He
thing
did.
you can always guarantee about that attack is that there will always be lightning.
Yep.
And oddly weird glowing pink liquid.
So, like, the thing you have to,
That's
like...
liquid?
It's like a little pink glowing mist when he does it.
No!
So the thing you need to know...
I'm not the effects director for this movie. By the way, it's very clear to see that they have a much bigger effects budget this time.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Like, every time he, like, does, like, a chop or anything, it does, like,
God.
a slice of the wind and stuff like that. It has, like, it gives off this aura, and it's really cool. But, okay, like, quickly, for those who, like, have never seen Hentai Kamen, so he's, like, a guy who, he gets powered up when he puts on a pair of, to be specific, used panties. So he can't use new, unused panties
They have to have the scent of a woman
it just,
on them.
yeah. He gets powered up, especially if it's the scent of panties or the scent of a woman he loves.
It's supposedly an ability passed down through his family bloodline.
Because his father was a badass fucking horny-ass detective, and his mom is a dominatrix.
And as
And,
we
like,
learn in this movie, his grandfather's pretty accomplished in his own way.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, I checked because he looked like him. The guy playing his grandfather, Kyozaemon, is in fact the same guy who played fake Hentai Kamen in the first movie.
That's incredible.
Thought so.
He looked the same, so yeah, I was pretty sure.
I had
His
to do
acting is fucking incredible.
Oh my god, he was the most fun character
Like,
in this whole
I remember the episode in the first, like, when we were trying to talk about the first movie, but, like, that we lost that footage, the recording, and I just remember Cell was there, and he just praised fake Hentai Kamen's, like, acting ability, because it was just so good. And, like, he didn't disappoint in this one either.
Yeah.
So, like,
Honestly,
Jesus
I
Christ.
kind of thought the Sage was annoying.
Really, why?
Most of the rest of the movie I thought was funny, but the Sage scenes were really slow and annoying.
Well, the perverted hermit.
Hentai Senin.
When he put the bra on, that was funny though.
I'm just like, oh my god, is this like the second Hentai Kamen?
So, like, their teacher at the university or whatever, he fucking has the hots for him, and, like...
Even though that turned out to be a ruse.
But yeah, so there's a scene where, like, this, Aiko's swimming class, whatever, like that, like, they go change their clothes out of their swimsuits, and, like, their panties are gone. And so, just, Aiko immediately just thinks, oh, he fucking did it, didn't he?
Although, if she thinks about that logically, he only needs one pair, so there's no reason for him to steal all
No,
of them.
but he has an obsession with panties regardless. Like, he loves panties.
Sure, but he's never gone so far as to steal that many.
We don't fucking know that, maybe. And so we just get this awkward scene where, like, all the women in his class are just, like, they don't have panties on, and so they're all just kind of, like, keeping their skirts down so they don't, like,
They got
blow
their
up or
panties
anything.
on.
And
And
he's
you
all
just
like,
see, like,
no pun?
and you see, like, yeah, because she tells
The
him,
noise he
and
makes,
he's
yeah.
just like, ah! Like, he does the most quietest, like, like, ever, and just, it was super funny to
His
see.
overacting in this whole, both movies, is
No.
just such a delight.
The acting in this movie is just fucking so good. Like, everyone's just over the top, and it's fucking great.
I want more movies like
Can we
this.
talk
Oh,
about
man.
the villain a little bit? Because he was pretty great.
Oh, he was... I forgot about him, and I forgot how fucking weird he is. And then we see, like, oh, he's alive. And then we see that he has, like, he's just a head on this weird, like, crab spider
And
little...
like he barely knows
but-
how to control it, so it's like,
And it just, he's like
Double
steering
around.
it with his pigtails or
yeah,
something.
the pigtails and fucking... And I was like...
I
I
died!
was grossed out, disgusted, repulsed, and just like, that's horrifying!
I
And I
literally...
was so happy he got a fucking body
I
later.
actually laughed so hard, so long,
I
that I had
kind
to
of
pull that
liked
whole
the
scene
crab
back.
head, actually. It definitely would have given me nightmares as a kid.
Oh, just like, Jesus Christ.
But you wouldn't be watching this movie as a kid, I hope.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I hope.
I
I
remember
mean, when I was
seeing a
watching it, it
commercial
did
as-
say like 12 and up.
a commercial as a kid with a similar thing with like a head on a crab body, and I remember it scared me so much I didn't watch TV for a month,
Jesus.
and I can't find the commercial anywhere. I've been looking for it for years.
So we find out...
Maybe you did find it and your brain's just blocked it out.
Oh man, yeah. Every time I find it, it just already.
You just black out.
So, like, we find out that Kyosuke's teacher or whatever like that has the hots for him, or, like, so we think. Like, spoilers later.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
People watch-
we find out she's, like, working for the bad guy, so, like, whatever.
Which I think one of you guys called.
Yeah. Like, I kept saying things about her the whole movie, just like, oh my god, she's up to something.
No, that makes sense.
Oh, she's doing a thing. There's something coming. And yep, sure enough, she works for the bad guys.
So it's like, at one point, like, he gets invited over to dinner to
Why
her
would
place.
she just randomly, like, be like, I like you, let's date, otherwise?
And then, like, her ex-boyfriend, like, calls her on the phone, and she's like, no, I'm done with you, we're through. And then, like, actually, like, comes into the apartment.
I know where you live!
Takes out a knife and just like, I gotta kill fucking both of
And
you.
his reaction, the main character's reaction was just, knives are bad.
And Kyosuke just fucking bolts into her bedroom, just like not defending her at all.
But then he comes back out without transforming because he's still in her panties. But the point is, he comes back out and like, time to use all of my martial arts training. Solar plexus! Damn it! Solar plexus! Damn it! Solar plexus! Oh shit! It worked that time.
Yeah.
Although now that we know that Ayano was working with the villains, it's safe to say that he was like a bad actor they hired.
Probably.
Which I was saying too at the time. It's like, oh my god, the guy's like not even trying. He's letting him fucking do it.
And then after he takes the hit, he grabs his knife, which was his advantage, goes, I'll get you next time! And bails.
I'm sorry, I'm being really dumb today.
And then like earlier in the school, like Kyosuke, he like sees that like this girl's like struggling, like her panties are flying away out the window, and so he like goes to grab them, and he's like getting pulled away, but then he's like holding on to the girl as well, and then Aiko just...
No, the girl was holding on to him.
Oh yeah, the girl's
was trying to stop him from going out the window with the panties.
So then Aiko coincidentally sees the shot, like we see from her perspective, and then immediately just goes like...
the Animu style misunderstanding of, oh, you're doing a bad thing.
And like, Kyosuke just like looks over at the girl, looks over at the panties, and just goes, no, it's you got the right idea, shit!
And of course, the girl is equally at fault for not clearing that up.
Yeah. So then after like, Yada, whatever like that, she like kisses him on the cheek, and then just the funniest fucking, one of my favorite shots in this whole movie is just like, he looks over, sees Aiko in a car,
who just happened to be by,
and
just looks,
just mouth, jaw dropped, and then just, he's like, no, it's not what you think, and she just turns her head, still jaw dropped, pulls
the window just nonchalantly rolls up and
drives away,
off.
and just he chases after her, just trying to like explain himself. And
although she's in the back seat, so she has someone else driving her.
It was her parents probably, or maybe it was a taxi.
I don't know.
Yeah. So then, like, we find out where all these panties are, like, getting stolen from, and...
I fucking love Mr. Vacuum.
Mr. Vacuum.
Which is great because Mr. Vacuum! Get it? It's another Japanese pun!
Yeah, so we found the Sojiki fucking smash.
It's the vacuum smash.
It's just this fat guy with, like, a bow tie, a bowler hat, like, glasses.
And a
giant briefs.
And just two giant vacuums on his fucking arms.
And giant briefs.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I said, like, this would be Ichi if he was just more into weirder shit. Like weird kinky shit.
Wait, what?
Oh, you reminded me of Ichi for some reason. Yeah, no, it did.
No.
I wouldn't wear a bowler hat.
And he made like the weirdest faces and stuff too.
You know damn well it would probably be a trilby.
That one
I'd wear a
part where his
bowler hat.
reaction is
I know
literally,
you would.
his reaction's literally
I keep
just to
saying
stick
I
his
should
tongue
get
out.
one.
I remember I took a picture of me wearing like a hat at a Hot Topic, and I just said, "Hey Derek, am I like you now?" And he's like, "That's a trilby, sir. You insult me." And I'm just like, "I'm sorry." So like yeah, so he's like trying to fight him, and then he's like, "Shit, I don't have any panties," and then he realizes he has Yada's panties from her apartment or from her place, so he puts those on, and then he's like powered by like thing, and I love every time he goes like, "Ecstasy!"
Yeah, because it's his university professor. It's like, oh, it's forbidden. It's forbidden.
Love, yeah.
She already cleared that up for you, man. Not forbidden.
It's not forbidden. You're in a university.
Yeah,
You're both adults. That's completely allowed.
No, it's forbidden.
And I love that every time like
not
he goes
forbidden.
Hentai Kamen, just like his voice just deepens, and he
Oh,
just has
yeah.
like this sweet, sexy like superhero.
Cross auto.
Yeah, and he like fucking casts off his clothes, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yep.
Like there's one shot where like he does it normally, and then like another one where he's fighting Mr. Vacuum. You just see like the clothes just like fly up into the fucking air from like a above shot, bird's eye view shot. It was fucking great. And so, like, yeah, he proceeds to kick the ass of, like, everyone, and then, like, Mr. Vacuum's, like, trying to, like, suck the fucking panties, and, like, his
trying to give him the suck!
And, like, so he decides to just do the rest of the fight by, like, holding his panties to his face.
And going into his powered up form.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Oh!
Yeah, I just love when he does it, because he just puts the straps over onto his shoulders, and just, like, his huge bulge is just, like, right there, and just, oh my god. And then, yeah, like, I forgot how he defeats him. Like,
he uses the flying tortoiseshell bondage to tie him up, and then does the first of not as many ogis in this movie as the first one, Hentai Hyogi, jumping inari press hold!
Yep. And just fucking hangs him with, like, because, like...
He literally pulls a saga and just, like, executes him.
Because he uses binding rope, like,
Yeah,
used in, like, sexual role play as his web
Is this
shooters.
web shooting.
Yeah.
It's called shibari rope, which I've learned
like,
from Tom.
My god, do we actually see a lot of, like, CGI Hentai Kamen, like, web slinging through the fucking city, and, like, Aiko's, like, so pissed off and just done with Kyosuke. He's just like, she's like, I'm going to New York, don't follow me. And, like,
yeah, you
can date your professor, I don't fucking care. And goes to New York, and then, like, so then later, Makoto gets, kidnapped, like, zombified, and goes to, like, what's-his-face's base. And, like, he's trying to explain to him, like, what he needs him to do, and just, like, the guy's, like, totally, Makoto's just immediately on board, and, like, what's the villain's name again? Tamao. It's just like, stop interrupting me! Let me finish it! And then he's, like, trying to explain it, and he's like, no, I got it! I'll do it! And he's like, wow, you're really, like, quick to do this, aren't you? And, like,
I believe you! That was quick!
So, Raven notices. He's like, okay, we're gonna combine you into this machine with something. And, like...
Cue the potential transferring machine.
Yeah.
Remember the part where he's... Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Where he's just, like writhing inside there, and they're like, is he playing air guitar?
Yeah.
He's like super into it. No, yeah, she's like, yeah, we're gonna put things in this and turn you into a monster with it. So they go to put another vacuum cleaner. I'm like, what? You guys just had the vacuum guy. Why are you putting another vacuum? And I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's a Dyson.
Which was
and then
great!
they actually mentioned it.
And then that was actually turned out to be a plot point, and I'm like, oh, good, okay.
And then they put in a crab, because king of crabs and the king of vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, it's a Dyson, so they put a better vacuum in this time. Okay.
The last one was some fucking off-brand one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
gonna be
so,
completely honest. Dynason is a cool name.
yes, absolutely.
Dynason.
So they turned Tadashi Makoto into Dynason, who is serving as our Dr. Octopus of the film, I guess.
Yeah, like, and he was cool. Like,
He was
like,
badass!
And he does quite a bit of Dr. Octopus type stuff, especially in the New York scene.
Only shot that I'm sad that never happened was one of my favorite shots in Spider-Man 2, where just, like, you see, like, Spider-Man, like, going to web sling, and then it just shows, like, it was the reflection in Doc Ock's, like, sunglasses, and then just, like, it peers out, zooms out to, like, actually Doc Ock, and he's, like, climbing on the building.
Yeah, I guess they couldn't do that because he's not wearing,
yeah.
Our effects budget isn't that good.
Dynason's not wearing sunglasses.
But yeah, it was just, like, this movie, man, and, like, there's, like, a lot of scenes where, like, there's like a bunch of looters, like, or like a bunch of Tamao's henchmen who are like trying to like steal the new panties that haven't been bought, so like no one can buy new panties.
Oh my god! Just like they're digging through like the panty
it's like,
cabinet.
oh, this one panty has like nice padding now. That's great. It's not padding. It is my crotch.
Yeah.
And just Hentai Kamen's lying in the fucking, like...
I want to see the scene of him just climbing in there and just, like...
Making sure his crotch is sticking out enough.
Carefully spreading the panties around his body, but making sure that his junk was just close enough to the surface.
My goodness.
Slowly looks up.
Oh my god, you're right, Dinosaur does look like that, the Ultra Beast, that one.
Blaze in our chat is saying that Dynason looks like Guzzlord from Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot its name was Guzzlord.
And yeah, kinda.
I was also making a joke that, like, oh my god, Hentai Kamen needs to have, like, a full bottle set, so it'd be like, panties, Kamen, best match!
Just the second you said that Hentai Kamen needs full bottles, my brain immediately went to, oh god, what would they be filled with?
Just like, hentai, no justice, Hentai Kamen, yeah!
So I don't forget it. Around the end, he's fighting, and there's he attacks, and there's the stars in the sky. It makes a constellation, and my immediate thought was, now I want a Hentai Kamen Kyutama.
I know, I was like, did he just become a Kyuranger?
It was the panties constellation. Is probably what
I don't know.
The pervert constellation.
The Big Dipper.
So, like, I just loved, like, there's, like, 3 scenes in the movie where just, like, Hentai Kamen is just, like, lying, like, in, like, thing. So, like, later on, like...
Face Car's like, he already has 2 Kyutamas.
Yeah, so, like... So he's, like, lying in the bin of panties, and then later on he's, like, hiding in the fucking giant fucking cake that Makoto made for
soft
Aiko.
marshmallow.
Those were so good.
That is not a marshmallow.
That's not the best one though. The last one was the best one.
And then the last one, it's just like Aiko's like going to like try to get a gun because like Kyosuke's dead, and then like she goes to grab it, she's like, wait, what is this? And he's
That
like,
is my
that is my magnum. And he just looks over, realizes she's touching his junk, immediately fucking passes
Her
out.
face as she passes out is amazing.
He looks at him for a minute, and then just falls.
Just and she's out.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, not that I'm like skipping ahead, but that scene where she's like, "Oh, now it's up to me. I'm gonna do it." I was half expecting her to just like pull out some sort of Hentai Kamen like form of her own.
No, because like women aren't really
Just like
perverted
closeted
usually.
Hentai
At least
Kamen.
I don't think they are. So
That's racist.
it's sexist apparently.
Close enough.
Anyways, so like yeah, so Dai-san or whatever the fuck his name is,
Dinoson.
he like fucking tries sucking up all the panties, and then there's like a funny like
He's actually a very intimidating enemy.
there's like a news reporter like talking about it while this is happening, and then like you just see her panties start to fall off, and then like they go to like this newsroom where there's like this guy who looks like a nerdy version of Masamune from X-Aid, and like it's like, oh, like how are you guys dealing with this panty situation? One of the anchor ladies is like, it's just like, I'm wearing a girdle.
I think it's sad that we're depending on a pervert.
Yeah, like they realize like, yeah, we're having like a
The
perverted
face
guy.
on the news reporter is pretty priceless, honestly.
But yeah, it was great. Like we were talking about him hiding in the panty bin because all the panties are getting stolen. He has no choice but to resort to basically granny panties.
Yeah, so wearing a girdle.
And I love how you were like, oh, is this gonna be his like Kachidoki super form?
No, and it makes
No,
you not be
quite
able
the
to
opposite.
See. Yeah, it's like really shitty, and he can't use it well.
I have discovered a fatal flaw. I cannot see. Proceeds to fight the mannequin.
That has a very easy solution. A pair of clothespins.
Yeah.
No, but that might interrupt his power flow.
Who the fuck knows?
Well, is that
So then, I forgot who he finds out from, but, like, he finds out that, like, oh, there's this, like, oh no, yeah. He decides to go to New York to save Aiko, and he goes to, like, where she is, apparently, and Raven was immediately just like, watch, she's already been there, and he kidnapped her.
Yep.
Just opens door, whole place is trashed.
Looking for like her panties. They're not there, obviously. Runs out, runs back into the room, like smells her clothes, and he's like, ah, and then just runs back out. And I'm just like, this guy's fucking like
this
messed
motherfucker pulled a goddamn Toucan Sam and literally followed his nose to her house.
Follow your nose. Follow your nose. Follow your nose.
Like, I was on your side until you started tracking her by scent, you fucking hunting dog.
I like that. I thought that was clever. So then, like, he's chasing her, fucking Dyson or whatever in Dinoson in New York, and like
swinging around with his Spider-Man cutscene.
And then, like, yeah, like, he gets, like, fucked up, whatever. And then they literally do the scene from Spider-Man 2 where, like, the crowd, like, lifts him up and, like, you know, and they're looking at him. And, like, and then you think they're gonna, like, say something good about
That was at a different part because that was at the university.
Oh, okay, yeah. But, like, they look at him and they're just like, He's actually pretty gross in
I
person.
touched it!
That
Yeah,
whole
that's
scene was
it.
just like the train scene from Spider-Man 2,
Yeah.
where he like braced it against the wall and then they carried him around.
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
Yeah,
just
and
remembered
you were the one
something.
who pointed that one out. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I made a point to write this down. When he goes to Times Square and sees Dynison holding Aiko in the air, in the background there's this guy speaking English, and I made sure
Oh, yeah.
very carefully and write it down. He says, "Do you see that? There's a fucking asshole. Assholes
Yeah.
all over the place."
Yep, I
Oh
remember
my
that guy.
Wasn't he like British?
Some British guy in New York just like, oh, I fucking asshole!
I noticed that. Yeah, so then, like, at this point in time, like, Hentai Kamen's been using, like, Yada's special, like,
Yada.
or Yada's, like, special, like, leopard panties.
I think it's Cheetah.
It was cheetah or leopard. They did
Basically,
both
Hentai
fine.
Kamen went La Torreta combo.
Pretty much, and, like, he tries fighting,
Dynison.
Dyson, sorry, I'm gonna fuck that up every time, forget every time. And, like, he does, like, which I forgot they used in the first movie, like, his little, like, tightrope fucking crotch sliding move.
Except it's a coaster this time with a fucking loop!
It actually goes, like, around the loop, and, like...
Somehow has a loop.
I love it!
And then there's just, like, Dynison, yeah, I did it. And, like, you hit to see, like, his Hentai Kamen's crotch hit his face, and he's like, and he's like, haha, you thought that would work? No, lol, nope. And then, like, fucking kicks his ass.
Lol, nope.
Yeah, and then, like, later on, just, like, yeah, he's like, all fucked up, and he's like, oh man, like, what the hell, why am I so weak, like, I'm so skinny and everything like that, and then, like, he gets visited by the ghost of his father.
His dad, who's in the same pose as his...
He's posing with the gun, like, in his photo.
Yeah, because, like, at one point, like, he's back at home, whatever, and, like, his mom's just being his mom, and, like, his mom's a fucking treat, like,
There's a blackout! Grab the candles! I have to drip hot wax on you now!
Yeah, and, like, he's literally ready to...
And he's just like, what the hell are we doing? Doctor, tell me where you want the hot wax stripped, and he's like, oh, I guess. I mean, it'd be a shame to waste it.
Like, he seems to be accustomed to this, and that is upsetting.
It's just that moment, no, this is the normal day in this household. That's unfortunate.
My panties are gone! Even though I'm the right age where I don't really need to wear any, but it's okay.
That has nothing to do with age. You're just a whore.
That's not what he says exactly, but it kind of is at the same time.
Or less.
Yeah, so then, like, yeah, he gets, like, visited by his father, and he's just like, you know, you can do it, son, stop being a little bitch. Also, there's this hermit that you need to find, he can help you, like, perfect your perversion, and he's like, I'm proud of you.
Also, using the Ayada's panties, they're cursed because you feel guilty. Although, like, sure, but then we find out later that Ayada not only was working for Tamao, which, by the way, we never find out why she's working for him, but apparently this bitch put an actual chip in her panties, in both pairs of her panties that he gets access to, that saps Hentai Kamen of his strength. A chip? Really?
Shit.
Why is that so short?
That's just so out, like, even for this movie, that's so out of left field.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
They put a chip in my panties to suck your strength away.
So, yeah, Kyosuke goes to visit the hentai hermit or whatever like that, and then...
Hentai Sennin.
Oh, yes. And, like, he's, like, he, like, goes in, sees just, like, panties everywhere, there's a vase with, like, bondage rope on it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then just, like, he turns on this machine, it's like a whipping machine, and all of a sudden you just see him, like, fucking just squatted over, just, like, getting hit with the machine. He's like, He turns, like, Kyosuke turns it off, and he's like, no!
I love it, he, like, shoves his fingers out from between his legs, like, oh, dude, one more, please. Please.
There's one thing I think, may I,
Yeah.
Are we not going to mention the abusive mother and the random kid with the...
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That came out of nowhere and I forgot about it entirely.
Yeah,
just
so like
now.
one scene where Kyosuke's doubting himself, and just out of nowhere, completely unexplained, some kid goes up to Kyosuke, not knowing that he's Hentai Kamen, but just feeling like expositing at him, wearing underwear on his head. Hey, random person, do you like Hentai Kamen? He's not dead. He's gonna come back and save us all. And if not, I'll grow up and be Hentai Kamen. And then his mother comes and beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, it's like, no, you'll be a fat Kamen.
You'll be Debu Kamen.
She calls him a pig.
It's like, you won't grow up to be a pervert, I won't allow it, and just like beating the shit out of him. And Kyosuke's like, whoa, Jesus Christ.
I get this movie is a parody on the, like, sexually repressed Japanese culture, but Jesus.
So, like, he asks for, like, training or whatever like that, and then he's like, Hentai Sentai is just like, yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
How long is this gonna take? Like, 6 months? Like, a year more? No, a week.
Yeah, week tops.
Yeah, it depends on your potential. And he's like, oh. Same for, like, a solid week, like, a week montage goes by, and, like, he's, like...
Doing Mr. Miyagi things.
Yeah, like, doing wax on, wax on. He even, like, states that. He's like, it's like, man, this feels like the Karate Kid right now.
Which apparently is called Best Kid in Japan.
Oh.
That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's like, this is just like Best Kid. I guess that's the name of the movie in Japan.
Weird.
That reminds me, there's a 30-second long scene of them just standing there with sparklers.
Yeah.
Yep, that's like, I don't know.
And, like, they're playing baseball, and, like...
With invisible runners.
Yeah,
There
he's
are
like,
invisible runners on the other bases.
first and third. Like, go get them. And then, so then, like, he's like, oh, did that, like, teach me something? He's like, I'll teach you that, you know, you can, like, get the scent of the woman you love to be on any panties, and you can use unused panties
You've
as your power up.
you've been away from women for a week, so now you're so blue-balled that you can will her scent into your nose.
Oh, and when fucking Kyosuke shows up to this guy's place, there's just a giant fucking, like, Tengu face. That fucking startled me.
And that's perfect for the hentai seinen to have a giant Tengu mask on his house.
Because it's long-ass fucking
And then
nose.
he gives him the Tengu mask.
And he
which
uses that as a power-up.
Which does become his Kachidoki.
And that was fucking amazing.
Onimo!
Onimodo!
And he, like, fucking spins on it and stuff like
He
that.
pulls a Beyblade!
Yeah.
Either
like
Let It
really,
Rip or Meteor Storm Punisher.
Oh, Blades, you should have seen, like, when that scene happened, Ichi's just like, let it rip!
Yep.
He's just going so fucking into it.
You'll never beat my Dronzer blade.
Dronzer!
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, and then, like, the hentai seinen, like, puts, like, fucking bra on his face, and then he's just like,
And does the Hadouken.
yeah, and, like, fucking uses it, and then he's like, I cannot see, but I have acquired ultrasonic, like, sight.
I want to wear a bra on my face so badly that I mutated supersonic abilities!
Yeah, he practically is Daredevil with a bra on his face.
You were wanting this to be Daredevil, so there's Daredevil!
There's Daredevil. And so yeah, so then Kyosuke learns the ability to be able to use unused panties because he can acquire Aiko scent. And it was just really weird. And then just like, yeah, he goes to like where...
On his way out, we find out that that was actually his grandfather.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
because
Oh,
he's like,
hey, on
he's
the
like,
way
hey,
down
can
the mountain, can you go pay my electrical bill? Here's the thing for it. Oh, okay, yeah, I can do it. Read's name on the thing.
Shikijo Kyozaimon.
and he's like,
Which is
Wait.
an awesome name, by the way.
Wait, does that mean that you're... Yep, I'm your grandpa.
and he just kind of like a...
That
It's
explains
all
it.
fucking time!
That explains
That
many
makes
things.
sense, yeah.
Kyosuke's actor just has such good reactions, like his expressions and when he reacts and
I
shit
don't know,
is
it's
hilarious.
pretty much the same reaction every time.
Yeah, that's funny.
It is.
Reaction.
But it's always like...
Because this movie's fucking over the top.
Repeatedly.
So then, like, he goes to where Aiko's being fucking held captive, and he
Who they've
springs out of the
decided to
cake.
put on a fucking cross, by the way.
Well, yeah, that's a thing they do. A crucifixion in Japan? What's that?
Is that a joke I'm not getting, or?
In Kamen Rider, a bunch of Kamen Riders were put up on crosses. In Ultraman, the fucking bunch of them were put on crosses.
They do it a lot.
Yeah.
Moving on.
That,
Yeah.
and like shows and stuff, yeah.
So, like, at this point, like, Tamao
They
has
don't
his
actually
new...
crucify people in Japan.
At this point, Tamao has his new body, and, like, apparently, like, it's like, oh, I made it exactly like your old one. And he was like, no, I want it to be more like the Avengers. And he's like, what? It's like, yeah, I want it to have more like, like a Thor-ish kind of distinctiveness to it. And he's like...
A joke which is great, but is immediately dropped and never referenced again.
And he's like, would you like to do that, please?
And then that never happens.
Yeah, I thought that his final body was going to be...
That would have been funny.
And there's Ichigo on a cross.
Getting kicked in the balls.
Yep. Probably by Nico.
Alright, so yeah, Hentai Kamen Oni mode defeats Dynason with... just like, the Oni mode power-up turns out to not be of much use because he defeats him without it. Like, he actually
This
goes...
package grows bigger!
He goes to 100% penis power, straight up Frieza style.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
He gave the best line in
Free
existence
us.
ever. They're really resisting such an incredible suction with just his penis.
You resist the suck!
Alright.
And then when he finally...
interesting.
And then when he finally defeats him, like, he like, does... Hentai Hyogi, Akuma no Hurricane Bungee! And then, like, drops him down onto him, and he's just like, welcome!
That was great. And then, like, knocks him
Now
out.
that I've shoved his face in my dick, he'll return to his former model student self.
So then, like, Tamao just decides, alright, I'm gonna fucking finish this shit. Grows super huge, while his head's still small, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then just layers of his fucking head just close over
Like
his
a
normal head and
like a
become
goddamn
bigger and bigger and
Matryoshka
bigger
doll.
and bigger, and then he becomes a giant robot version of himself.
And I love how they cheaped out on the Megazord head by just drawing paneling on his face with a Sharpie.
Yeah, make it look like, ooh, I'm technological and shit. So then,
like a ventriloquist dummy.
So Hentai Kamen goes literally inside him, starts fighting him.
After channeling the Kyuranger power.
And he goes down to like his robot crotch or something, and then just like literally Rasengans his fucking crotch. Blows him the fuck up in an amazing explosion, by the way. Like, it was really impressive.
I wrote something down about that. The only thing I wrote down was Dicksplosion.
Yeah, it was an explosion, exactly.
I wrote down, he's in the balls chamber!
Oh my god. And they were actual literally Kintama.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would show them on
Golden
the
balls.
X-rays being golden, yeah.
Someone didn't design that body right.
And then we get an awesome shot of just
Or too
Hentai
right.
Kamen just like walking away from the explosions, holding Aiko in his arms, and it was really fucking badass.
And Ayada and one Mook who looks suspiciously like Shunpei from Wizard get away on a bike.
That was him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
His voice sounded like it. So then, like, they remain friends or whatever like that, and then Aiko's just like, okay, so you're gonna be done being a pervert, right? And he's like, I promise, I'm done being a pervert this time. And then, like, some woman, like, walks by, and, like, her skirt gets blown up, and just pays out.
For
And then
reasons.
both Makoto and Kyosuke just fucking boner and just lift the fucking table.
Because we couldn't go this movie without one of those jokes.
And Aiko's just like, God fucking damn it, you guys! Screw this! I'm becoming a lesbian! And then just immediately, like, Kyosuke goes after her, like, just to, like, apologize, and then, like, you see some black goop, and it fucking jumps on him, and I'm like, God fucking damn it!
It's the symbiote!
So-
Exactly what my reaction was. It was just like, oh, damn it.
Hey, if none of this convinced you that
Wait
this
a minute,
movie
what
is
was that black
Spider-Man...
at the end? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, and that was pretty much, like, the movie. I thought this was still good. Like, I had to rewatch the first one again to see how, like, if that one still had stuff. I think it probably would be better still.
I thought this movie was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
I still think the first one is better, mostly because I enjoyed the evil Kamens, mostly Majime Kamen. But I thought this was a pretty good follow-up. I would like to see a third.
Yep.
Raven, Emily, what do you think?
That was pretty much what I was expecting from a sequel to Hentai Kamen.
Yeah.
It was such a treat.
Oh, yeah.
Emily?
I have not seen the first one, so it was sort of
Will
weird.
you go see the first one now?
Just stepping into it. But it sure was a thing. There were a bunch of parts where I was really, like, cracking up. There were a bunch of parts where I was super uncomfortable. But all in all, I think it was actually just really fun and over the top and silly and sort of like a YouTube poop or something. I liked it.
Yeah.
So are you going to go back and watch the first one?
Honestly, I think I am
Cool.
going to watch the first one just because I'm really curious about how the first one went.
Yeah. Blaze, what do you think?
I remember I was like 20 minutes into the first one, and I was like, I don't know what I was afraid of anymore. That was awesome. Like the first fight scene was the best thing in my entire life from the first movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
For me, I really like Hentai Kamen. Like, I think it's like everything about him is just super funny, and I know it's super satire, it's super over the fucking top. But you know what? That's great. And the fact that Toei made this, like yeah, Toei fucking funded this movie.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is a Toei production.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I liked this movie a lot. It was so much fun.
I
was
want
great.
more movies like this.
Yeah, right?
If anyone listening knows of any other, like, Japanese movies that are sort of like this, that are, like, tropey and funny and satirical, throw them our way, because I'd love to watch more like this.
And if you're interested, there's a fucking Figma of Hentai Kamen if you want to get them. So.
Put them in any sort of weird-ass hentai ogi
I
pose you want.
remember
Wait,
you
this
guys
is based on a manga?
Yes.
And
Oh.
you guys talked about that on episode 68.
69.
After you talked about the figure on 68.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, we did. I think that's what made us
I remember
decide.
like, oh, no, that could have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized that afterwards. Anyways, so we have done justice to our 100 episode where we talked about Hentai Kamen
So,
number 1.
if by the time we get to episode 269 and there's a third Hentai Kamen movie, which most likely maybe there will be, we'll watch Hentai Kamen 3 for that.
I would love to.
That'd be great.
So, Blaze, thank you for coming on our show this week. You are one of our most prolific fans in our weekly chats, so we love having you on.
Thank you. It was the pleasure to mine.
You're the man.
Perhaps again in the future.
Oh, for sure.
So, everyone listening, thank you all for checking out Castranger once again. This has been episode 100, and yes, aka episode 169. Thank you all for watching. As always, our hub site is castranger.podbean.com. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/RSCastranger. Tweeted us at Ixie Studios. Anyone who wants to join in on our live broadcast Friday nights can check out our Discord as well as chatting with us at any time. Check out our TeePublic website, which you can find the link to on the hub site, and check out our merch. Not only the Castranger logo, but each of the individual caster shirts as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's shirts, jackets, stickers, mugs, notebooks, computer cases, all
Baby
kinds
onesies.
of shit.
Yeah, that.
And yeah, baby onesies. And of course, don't forget to check out our Patreon and consider pledging to help us make the show better for you.
Oh, yeah.
And get a crack at the game if we ever make it. I promise it will be a thing.
It was good to be
And yet he said if.
It is good to be back on
If I die, it's not going to happen.
I mean,
Well,
fair, but...
It is good to be back on Castranger again. I
Thank you
missed
very much for listening, everyone, and thank you for having me again next week.
Always.
Don't
we do.
leave me again all at the same
I
time.
won't, we promise.
Except Emily, I'm glad you stayed with me last week.
No, I probably made it work.
Goodbye, everybody!
And yeah, to anyone about last week's, I know I hogged the spotlight a lot, but as you can tell, there was a lot of info I had to get out. So
Oh, yeah.
there'll be less of that now that the crew's back, and maybe next time Dar will stick around for a whole episode.
Yep.
Maybe.
Bye!
Thank you, and we'll see you next week. This episode of Castranger has been brought to you by the glorious donations of our cast patrons, Oliver Nilsson, Joel Maroney, and Chris Laird. Thanks very much.